Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for our Bachelor Breakdown. Last night, Peter continued his journey to find love with his final 3 bachelorettes. Here to talk us through it all are Bachelor Nation stars Wells Adams and Caitlin Bristow. Okay, so Caitlin, just to start out, you are dating one of the another Bachelor Nation favorite, Jason Tartick.
Yes.
And you were just in Buffalo.
I was,
meeting
my first time.
some of his family.
Yes.
How was it?
You had a hometown?
That's what I kept saying to him. I'm like, you finally got your hometown. Here we are. I ate my way through Buffalo, so I'm feeling good.
Oh,
That's what you do there.
that's awesome.
Now let's just jump right on into last night's episodes. It's Fantasy Suite Week.
My favorite week.
I love
Madison pulls Peter aside. Let's just get into the clip.
If next week you were to sleep with somebody else, it would be really hard for me to really move forward in this.
If I were to just spend the night with someone else, this is not something that you could do.
I don't want to tell you yes or no. I just.
Well, no, I mean that's obviously something that I think I need to know right now.
For me, actions speak louder than words, and I'm just really big on that.
Ooh, okay, what's hilarious. What's interesting is she still doesn't tell him, that she, is a virgin and saving herself for marriage, but she kind of gives him what, could seem like an ultimatum. But I understand, because once you go to that level with someone, it's another level of intimacy that she's not going to be involved in, I feel like. So I understand why she said it, but I also get why he wouldn't.
Yeah, it's confusing, right? I would assume if I was in that position that none of the girls would want me to sleep with any of the other girls.
Right.
So I'd be like, yeah, I totally get it.
Right.
But also, doesn't it seem like his scar's getting worse? Is everyone else thinking that?
True.
Or when things go bad, it gets bigger and
Harry Potter. Very Harry Potter.
Funny. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I was Peter had to squash that. He didn't squash it. He was like, what are you saying? What are you saying? He had to be like, okay, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
He clearly
Unpack
still
it more.
doesn't. Yeah, he clearly still doesn't know who he's picking. I've been there. You have to, take all the relationships to the necessary levels to figure it out. It's not like it is in the real world. So you can't be like, well, I wouldn't want it. Well, yeah, it's not the real world.
You're also on TV right now.
Yeah. And then, they flew to Australia. Hannah Ann had the first date. It seemed to go pretty well for those two. What did you guys take from it?
Oh, yeah, I thought she was a winner at that point. I was like, good luck to the other girls.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That shower silhouette situation
Oh, the
that was
hand!
happening.
It was like Titanic.
I know.
It's the hand goes up like this and slides down slowly. I was like, that's good producing there.
That was good producing.
Yeah. But so this is the first time in Bachelor history where the women are all living together. So when Hannah Ann comes back from her date, it was awkward to say the least. Let's throw to a clip.
How did it go? It went really well, Excited. Good.
So
I love that. I loved it.
So I feel like the thought bubble in everyone is, did you sleep with them? But what comes out of their mouth is, did you get clarity? Did you sleep with them? Yeah. Did you do it they
Just ask, though, if they want to know.
I don't know. But what did you guys think of the idea of the women all living together?
It's great TV.
Yeah, it's phenomenal producing.
Yes.
Okay, but hold on, that was funny and awkward, but my favorite part of that moment is when they all got there and they were like, so how was your hometown? And Victoria was like, it was fine. Wait, what? Wait, it was not fine. It was horrible.
Speaking of Victoria F., we still did. She goes next, and we still didn't get clarity on if she was really guilty of breaking up relationships or not. I mean, and she gets a pass. I don't know how that keeps happening.
Yeah.
I have no words. I don't know how she's still here, but I mean, she's good TV again.
They've been through
I don't know. They've been through so much.
Yeah, what did he say? He was like, our relationship is so good except for the communication part. Which I'm like, that's the most
everything.
That is it.
Yeah, that's
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Everything's great except when we talk to each other.
Maybe he's like, as long as I can just get into the fantasy suites episode.
I've just never seen, but I've never seen two people every time they're together they argue. They always have some underlying tension there. But Peter said they've been through so much together. Like, dude, really on reality TV?
He's like, I love our passion. I'm like, that's
toxic.
actually very unhealthy.
Yeah. Well, so what do you make of them, though? Every time they come together, even though she's in the final 3, they can't seem to get on the same page. Do you think she's still a front runner, though?
No. Was she ever?
Well, she's still there.
Honey, the shade.
But see, this is the thing. You never know because she is still there.
Yeah.
And he keeps bringing her along.
Yeah, it's true. Fantasy Suites is really telling, though.
And Keke said, well, trying to get to the fantasy suite, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of less headaches you could have got to the fantasy suite. I'm just saying.
So starting right out of the gates, there's like a little bit of a conspiracy thing going on. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the fans are trying to figure out Victoria. There's a picture of Victoria hugging Peter, and she's got something in her hand.
Who noticed that?
These are the things we worry about here, okay? So there are theories that it's his wings, you know, his little, his pilot's wings. Have you guys dabbled into this conversation?
I got to the bottom of this one.
Oh, do it.
I went straight to the source. I messaged Victoria, slid into her DMs, and I said, what are you holding? And she said, my hotel key.
You are a dream crusher, Caitlin. I needed it to be more interesting.
She was like boring, I know. I was like, dang.
Well, it could have been more interesting. She could have passed it to him after this picture.
Well, she was holding on. She was being sentimental.
That's pretty quick, Michael.
Don't ruin the ending of Fantasy Suites. Some people haven't seen it yet. Okay, Madison and Peter are discussing if he'd been. There's this scene with her that when Madison finally gets her date, they're talking about whether he'd been intimate with other women. It was uncomfortable for everyone involved. Take a look.
Like, I don't know how else to do this, but like, I'll just be very honest and I won't give any details, but I have been intimate, and I can't lie to you about that.
Will you just like excuse me for just like a second? Just, I mean, like, torn because I'm like, what I expect and what I need versus like how I feel about you. I don't want to walk away.
Don't walk away. Don't.
So, what are your thoughts on this conversation?
I don't know. Voldemort was close because that scar was pulsating. Man, I don't know. Listen, I never got this far. You've gotten this far
a couple times, so I'll tell you what I think.
So what's going on?
To me, I just feel like the conversation it's such a gray area. I still don't understand like why it wasn't a more clear conversation between the two of them. And if she said she couldn't do it, then she needs to just walk away in that moment. She's like, maybe I'll stay. I don't know. It's like you said you were gonna go, show him.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, because we had last year, you had Luke P. did this to Hannah.
Yeah.
So is Madison doing the same thing to Peter? Is there a double standard?
A little bit, but it's all in the delivery. Luke P's delivery was different than Hannah's, in my opinion.
Yeah, everyone hated him, whereas everyone seems to like Maddie.
That's
so
fair.
it's
And I mean,
different.
At the end of the episode, Madison does walk away. I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen next, but do we think that she really walked off, or
No.
is she going to do a turn back around?
It wasn't like a, okay, bye, I'm done. It was like a, oop, I'm being called by the producer. I'm going to walk away, and it's going to look dramatic so that we're all tuning in next week.
Well, don't you also think that she should have told him before this point that she was saving herself for marriage? Because whether you choose to engage in intimacy or not, it is a big part of long-term
And let's
relationship.
remember where he came from, the windmill. Like, we know he's not a virgin.
He took 4 times around that block,
Yeah.
so...
Exactly.
But Caitlin, I love the way that you think. I've got to ask you, who do you think is going home? Because I feel like you got a good understanding of it.
Well, I don't think. Okay, I think Victoria's going to go home.
Yes.
But then I don't
Did she
think.
tell you that in the DMs?
Yeah. I cannot confirm or deny. But I also think he's not going to pick anybody until we watch the finale. That's my prediction.
Okay, but who do you think, if she goes home, who would be a good bachelorette?
Okay, so I have a theory.
Okay, tell us, Wells.
So you know how Peter's mom's like, bring her home.
Yes, we know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the only one who's
Nailed it.
met her is Maddie. She got that first one-on-one.
I could see her crying. I could see her crying like that about somebody like Maddie, because she's like a sweet.
So what I think, this is what I think, and I don't know anything if it's true or not. I think that Maddie leaves, and then his mom goes, bring her home. And then she comes back, and then they decide between Hannah Ann and Maddie.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh.
Okay.
But you know what? This whole thing. Now the segment is over, so you know what, Sarah? Take us home.
Yes, Michael, I'll take us all home. Our thanks to Wells and Caitlin. Thank you so much for being here.